Welcome back for another video. My name is Josh Kastic, and today is my Lego collection part 2, Lego Hero Factory part 2. Now, as stated at the end of my last video, the first part of this video, I say I was going to split this video into two because of how long it went. They were both about 20 minutes each. That'd be 40 minutes, and that was about the same time as the original video, which I'm getting rid of with these two parts. So I just thought it'd be better if I split it into two, and that's where we are. So I think I could have cut it off better. I said I was at the end, not at the end of the last video, but before I cut myself off, I said I was going to do the villains, but then I cut myself off. I don't know. It's kind of weird to have it in this video because I'm going to go directly into the villains, and as I stated, I'm going to be stating, or did state, and so there's no really point in me doing that twice in a video, but also it's kind of weird to have it in the other video when I wasn't going to do that in that video, but I don't know. I filmed it, and so I think it's better to have it on that video as more of a teaser of what's coming next. So yeah. So without further ado, let's begin. Talk about my Hero Factory Villains collection. So first up is Witch Doctor. Yes, he is that huge. He's literally huge. And he's basically, his goal was to, the reason why he's originally a doctor's teacher at the Hero Factory school. Sorry about that. I lost a piece to my Witch Doctor. I did find it. I don't know how it went missing. I swear it was on there, but I did find it. It was this that was missing. The thing, this turns into a claw. And this claw was missing, so it was kind of weird. But it ended up in my Hero Factory bin, which was kind of, and I think I know why it was in there. But I usually keep this on display on my desk over there. You can't see it beyond the camera, but yeah. So this turns into a blaster. And he basically, his goal, he was a teacher at the Hero Factory, and what happened to him was he got really obsessed with the Hero Quasar, which is the heart source or the power source to Hero Factory, and tried to he tried putting one into himself, and he was banished. And he found a planet, which is what the movie is about, and basically going over the movie, where it had a lot of quasar, but the problem with that planet, it used to be a mining planet for quasar, but they stopped when they realized that the quasar was necessary for the planet to live or survive. And so that's where he was. And so all of his power comes from the staff with the power of the quasar. And that's how he got it. That's how he got so strong. But once the Hero Factory took this away from him, he became powerless. Now this key is actually the same size as the Hero Factory because I had extras. So this is just an evil version key. And yeah. Now, I think in the original video, these things weren't here. The reason why is because they broke on me one by one. And so I actually bought extras recently. I still have extras, like enough to, if any of these broke. But now everything's back, so that now this really makes them more vicious, or what, it makes them look better, I think, with these than without them. So, but yeah, the Witch Doctor. Next up is I'm going to do brain attack villains that I have. Let's see. Well, first up is my Well, in the Hero Factory lore. His name is Dragon Bolt, but I don't really like that name. It's kind of just generic and whatever. So I call him Dragavolt. Dragavolt. Yeah, Dragavolt. Is that too much like that Pokemon? I think it is now, but that's not the same because it's No, that's Dragapult. This is Dragavolt. Get the difference because it's Electric Dragon. Whatever, you understand. So these actually, this goes down in non-flight mode. If it wants to fly, it will go out. I don't think it goes all the way out though. I mean, no, it goes like that. There you go. And this is in flight mode. And now originally, see this rubber band right here? Originally that would go around the wings and both. And so what you would have to do is this back thing here, this red thing, you would push down. And so in normal standing mode, it will look like this. But I don't really like that. I think it just looks better standing like this mode. And so now I put the rubber band here. And so now it'll just, I'll just recreate the flying mode by just doing that. And then I also put a rubber band here, or right here, because these things, the way they put them on, they turn right easily. Like, I don't know if you can see, but they move pretty easily. And without the rubber band, they actually really fall down a lot. So I put the rubber band there to keep them in place because I don't like them moving like that. Because they're not supposed to move, but it's the way they attach them on here that just makes them move. Now he controls electricity. Now basically there's two of these. This is the Dark Saber, or not the same as the lightsaber in Star Wars, but basically this actually. But he channels electricity through the dark sword. There's not two through this, so that's why he has this. And this is the key for the villain. And then this is a electric gun. It could kill and stun depending on what mode. This is the kill mode, and then this would be the stun mode. So yeah, that's what this is. Next up is Pyrox. Yes, if I can. Here is Pyrox. He is the deadliest of all. Well, I wouldn't say he's the deadliest, but basically, he has a rival in the villains, and he's dark. He's definitely, he has some rock and pyro in it, but in his name, but he's definitely very dark, and this is the other dark saber he uses. And this is his main weapon, and he channels all the evil darkness he controls into it. Now, he does have kind of rock arms and pyrox, so he's kind of a play on fire and rock, but, he does control a little bit of fire and rock, but mostly his stitch is darkness. And that's what this is. His rival is Ogrum. No, I've added these these things and then I've made this longer, and this is pretty crazy. So he has kind of two claws, really, you can see, but it does attach. It's more or less attached here, but it makes it look like he's using two claws, one holding this weaponry. He controls. He has poison running through his veins and stuff, so he uses that. Basically, he channels the poison into his staff here, and claws using these things throughout his arms that come from the poison comes from the brain attack. Now, what brain attack means is these bugs attack people, and they take over their minds and stuff, and eventually just, basically, they're essentially dead. It's a parasite, and they eat the brain and stuff, so, the person controlling this, so really, this is just it's controlling the body, but the real thing is in here. So the poison actually comes from this, and it channels it through the mask and then through the arms into the hands, so that it has poison. So that you understand. So that's what this is. Next up is the water assassin Aquagon. Aquagon is his name. He obviously controls water. So now this one is a little damaged here. It's kind of loose, so this comes out. So that's, see, it comes off. That is kind of damaged, unfortunately, but it still works enough to stay on. And yeah. So next up is now this one I got with Raka Brain Attack. Now this is Skarox. Now obviously he's inspired by he's also inspired by Spire. So he's very poisonous, and basically his type of poison is gold, actually. So, or in my story anyway, he doesn't actually control gold, but basically, he's a poisonous. It's been done before where if you get turned to gold, it's kind of a poison and you die, really. But yeah, but that's his thing, right? That's it for Brain Attack. Next up, this villain I got with. This is what I got with the Raka line. I bought this because I wanted to keep my villains in Hero Factories, even though technically Witch Doctor is probably equal to one or more, or two or more Hero Factories, but still. Now this is Split Face. He has a blaster. This is where his key is, because his other hand's not really a hand. So, yeah. So he controls a blaster. Here's the key. That's pretty cool. The only one I have, because I bought this recently, still has that, but I've lost the other ones. I don't have those anymore for the other guys. But yeah. So yeah, he could blast. He could claw things. You can also use these to cut through people too, I think. But yeah. So that's Split Face. Probably one. I wanted this one a lot. It's pretty cool to have a Split Face character. Like Two-Face from Batman. Next up is Voltrix. As you can tell, he controls electricity. He runs electricity throughout his body, and if you unplug any of these electricities, he can electrocute himself and die. But yeah, he's a Volt pack here, and it's run through, like I said, throughout his body. Next up is Jawblade. Now this is not originally what Jawblade looked like. I've customized it. Now he has a body like this where he can stand, but usually you have this in the front, but obviously I have this face here, so I can't have that in the front. So he controls poison as well with this poison thing and the key, and he has a gun as well that shoots poison. Now he has a son, and he has two sons. He has Plasma. Now, Plasma is a total recreation, is my original Hero Factory. Well, kind of originally. The mask and this is actually part of another villain from Hero Factory, but most of it is a lot of Bionicle. The weaponry is Bionicle and stuff, but these pieces are Hero Factory, obviously, but the feet are Bionicle. Now, not a current Bionicle, the old Bionicle. All these are old Bionicle. All the weaponry are old Bionicle except for that one Inferno. And this is pretty cool, is that it does this. Come on. Kind of like a lightsaber. If I could get this going, would be nice. What? Please. There we go. Finally. There we go. Plasma. Like basically a lightsaber, so control the Sith and blue. But yeah, pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I also have a green one, but that doesn't work until I get new batteries. But I don't know where to put that one. And then his other son, now this is completely Bionicle, actually. It's my own creation. It is completely 100% Bionicle. I mean, maybe not this great piece, but everything. This is basically everything else from that here Bionicle. This is this chest piece here, and everything. This gold thing and this red and all these pieces are from that what was left of the Bionicle that I bought. You know, one of the recent Bionicles, and the rest is from an old Bionicles. This head, this is actually these weaponries here. Actually, this head and this weapon and this too are actually from the 4th Bionicle movie, The Legend of Matanuti, whatever, the 4th Bionicle movie. But yeah, the rest of since you know. It's the same thing I could count as a Hero Factory villain, so that's what all this is. And technically this is from a good guy Bionicle, but, you know, I think it looks good on a villain, don't you say? And then now he has a son, and now this is also, this helmet is from Bionicle, this weapon, most of this is Bionicle except for the Hero Factory pieces, but yeah, this is... Poisorex. Let's call it Poisorex, yes. He controls poison as well. Most of the villains control poison, you know. And then he could shoot poison and stab people with poison with this as well. So that is all my villains and hero factors. The last thing I haven't shown is the book. This is the book. Like I said, it's young. I bought this when I was younger, or my parents bought this. I think my mom actually bought this. You know, it's really young for young readers. It really explains a lot. And it really does explain a lot of details for... Sorry, there's a lighting problem. This really explains a lot of the Hero Factory characters, some of the villains, not the Witch Doctor. Split Faces in here. Voltrix is in this. And that's pretty much it for the villains. And Jawblade. Jawblade is in here too. Now, if you're wondering this is what Jawblade is supposed to look like. Obviously, that's no longer like that. And this is another version of Stringer here. But another version of Preston Stormer here. And yeah, this really does explain a lot about the Hero Factories. Even though it's young, it really does go into details, and it's really useful. And now probably maybe there's more of an adult version reading that explains the same details, but yeah. And that's pretty much all my Hero Factory collection. And I hope you enjoyed my Hero Factory collection. And, you know, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you are new, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified from the next upload. My YouTube channel website link, as well as my Twitter, is down in the description as always. And thank you. Goodbye.